Before we begin the video, I just want to say that this video is divided into two separate challenges. I'm going to be laying out the rules for those challenges right here. Hi, we are about 3,000 meters away from spawn. We are going to be diving all the way to the bottom of the void. 8,000 meters. Let's go. I'm going right away because this is going to take forever. I've calculated the time. It's about like 15, 16 minutes for a single dive to the bottom of the void. Go away, feedback thing. I don't want you. So, since we're gonna be here a while, I figured we can just talk. The original video idea actually wasn't gonna be this. I was gonna be doing something differently. So, I was actually gonna be doing basically this exact same dive, but in the dead zone with the ghost leviathans. That didn't work out no matter what I did. That's the whole reason this video took so long. Not because like this dive is difficult, but specifically because I was struggling to figure out a way to make the Ghost Leviathan the idea work. In theory it could have if I had continued to look into ways to get my final idea to work, but it just wasn't worth the effort. Um so I started by just swimming down, just to see if I could outspeed them. It obviously didn't work. They caught up to me almost immediately, near instant death. Couple hundred meters down, I'm dead. So, next attempt, I have the thought of using cuttlefish. What if I have a bunch of cuttlefish tail behind me and have them take damage for me? This is the most evil and cruel idea I had, in all honesty. Um, yeah, that did not work, luckily, so you don't need to see that. That did not work because even though, in theory, yes, if a ghost leviathan bites a cuttlefish, they will be blocked from doing damage for me momentarily. I'm pretty sure, hopefully, otherwise I just wasted time for nothing even explaining that. But yeah, the way the ghost leviathans work is they do not target cuttlefish. So even if I had hundreds of cuttlefish in the water with me, which yes, I did also test, the ghost leviathans would still get on my tail. They would still tail me and still bite me. I would always die at about 1,000 meters. About a little earlier than this point, I would be dead with the cuttlefish. Then, my final idea was to use base pieces to block out the ghost leviathans and swim down fully protected. In theory, yeah, this could have worked. This was the most foolproof plan I had. The ghost leviathans could not reach me at this point. It was solid. But the problem is base pieces are so laggy when they accumulate in your world. It did not work out. Um, by the time I had reached 8,000 meters, I have built down twice. By the time I had built down twice, um, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to open my world because of how laggy it was getting. So, yeah, that's the original idea. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna continue talking in a sec here, but I need to lock in for this part. Otherwise, I have to do it again.
Oxygen. Oxygen. Oxygen.
I could honestly stall more than that, but I'm playing it careful. Okay, that was close. All right.
Oxygen. Oxygen. Oxygen.
We're gonna be hearing oxygen a lot for this part. Sorry about that.
Oxygen. Oxygen. Oxygen.
Fucking.
Oxygen. Oxygen.
All right. Last of the air bladders.
Oxygen.
This cannot be healthy for Riley,
Oxygen.
by the way. What I'm doing right now, he is gonna. This is bad for him.
Oxygen.
All right. We are moving on to the tanks now.
Oxygen.
Cool. All right, back to what I was saying before. I'm going to be dividing this video into two parts. The free dive, what you are seeing now, and I'm also going to be doing a dive with the Ghost Leviathans, but I'm going to be cheating a bit on that one and using bubble coral at the bottom of the void to supply myself with oxygen on the dive. I think I'm gonna cut that one a bit because you're already seeing the main dive here. You are already seeing all this. I don't think there's any need to um show any more of that. And it's going to be somehow a lot more repetitive than this. I'm not going to be able to talk, which is the main problem. I'm not going to be very chatty when I am actively trying to defend myself from the Leviathans. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be fairly silent for that. Yeah, and I'm just going to combine both of these into one video. I'm just going to put them both in one video. What else to talk about? I guess I can talk about Subnautica 2. Subnautica 2 is looking pretty exciting so far. It does suck what happened with the developers, though. I've never been more conflicted about just getting a game that I love in my life. Because I know I'm gonna be playing Subnautica 2. I'm gonna be doing Subnautica 2, and I'm gonna be doing a video um, on the game on this channel as well. I am gonna be doing a video. And yeah,
30 seconds.
it's conflicting. Because what happened with the developers is terrible. But yeah, less bleak stuff. Progress on the game, looking amazing. We got some fun mechanics. Multiplayer
Oxygen.
is looking very exciting. I'm probably going to be playing the game with my sister. Um, Probably going to play the game with my sister. Um, I'm very excited for multiplayer. And I'm also excited to see what the void's gonna look like because about every single video I've done in Subnautica is based on the void in some way. Because what else am I gonna do with this game besides throw myself into an abyss and just start swimming? The Collector Leviathan, I saw it. It looks so cool. I love the Collector Leviathan. I think that the idea that it uses its tentacles to attack is really cool. We have yet to see a Leviathan like that like utilizes its tentacles in that way, which is kind of strange if you think about it, because that is a very common thing you see in this type of horror in Subnautica, but I'm excited to see how they handle the tentacle mechanics. It's gonna basically be like the Reaper Leviathan where it grabs you, but it can do it at like so many angles now. Like if imagine you're in a cave and a tentacle just reaches in, grabs you, and it's just the Collector Leviathan. It's pulling you out. Um, like imagine how cool this is gonna be. If I don't have enough oxygen by the time I get down, I do have an idea that I want to try that I haven't really seen anybody do before. I'm not sure if it's possible. Looking at it though, I should have enough.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what else comes from Subnautica 2, because we have the collector of Leviathan so far. That is the first Leviathan they showed. We're gonna be seeing whirlpools. It's kind of terrifying. I'm actually like genuinely like shooketh from the idea of whirlpools. That's gonna suck to deal with. We have 1,000 more meters to go. I think I should be good. I've prepped so much for this. I should have enough oxygen to make it to the bottom without possibly resorting to that one trick I was talking about. Yeah, imagine a void full of collector Leviathans. I don't know if that's the Leviathan they're gonna be using for the void in that game. I don't know. So we've yet to see the others. Okay, I'd hate myself if I didn't bring this up while I have the chance. You ever notice how the I'm gonna be a conspiracy theorist in my last moments before I touch down. You ever notice how like the PDA says that the egg in the Lost River is for ghost leviathans? How does it know that? I mean, sure, like process of elimination, but otherwise, how does it know that? Because the PDA itself says that it can't identify what creature is inside of eggs until it sees them hatch. So, yeah, it's most likely a ghost leviathan egg, but what if it isn't? Anyways, that's all I have to say. Just something to get you thinking. It's the guard. We did it! Bro. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go get eaten by stalkers now. Cue the transition. Alright, I am not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna get right into it. Alright, right over here, I have bubble coral, which I can use on my descent. Here they come. Oh, hey. While we're descending, here's a little fun fact. Ghost leviathans actually eat each other. You hear those, like, biting sounds they're doing? Even though I'm not getting hurt? That's them biting each other. We are 3/4 of the way there. Still doing good. Holding them off as best as I can. sometimes. Sometimes they'll, like, just go off into the distance for some reason. That's not my highest concern right now. Back! Back, you beast! There it is. Nice. I did it. Yes. Yes. Yes.